Okay, this is the pigtail cut in small pieces. I have two color because I bought some a couple weeks ago. So I cut them off and I trim off as much fat as I could. Cut them in small pieces. They're already washed with lime juice and a little bit of what's that thing, vinegar, lime juice and some vinegar. So I'm ready to boil the salt out. And next I'm gonna boil this 2 times, so I'm gonna boil it, and then after it's boiled I'm gonna throw off that water and put on some fresh cold water again and let it boil again. Okay, here we go. So for the rest of the meat, I have some neck bones here, and I have some fresh beef. Cuts up. I cut it up in small cubes. So as you can see, very small cubes. And I have some oxtail. The oxtail is frozen now, but they are already prepared, washed, and seasoned. As you can see, you know, they are seasoned. One is seasoned more than the other, but they were washed and seasoned. And here the neck bones. And with this, I've already have my peas in the pot, because as you know, if the peas mash up, it's not a big deal. Okay, the trick about cooking stew peas is the timing that you cook, which one to cook, and so forth. My so my peas is already on, and of course my pigtail is ready. The water is ready to be strained off, and then I put in another fresh water so that it could boil again. And notice I have pimento seeds in there. I have some thyme in there as well. My garlic is in there because I like to cook it with those things, even though it's not time to season up. And if you notice, I have scallion in the pot because, you know, I like to smell my food cooking, and then later when I'm gonna add more seasoning. So as I was saying, the trick, as I was saying, the trick about cooking stew peas is the timing. Some people just put everything all in one, but oxtail takes a little bit longer to cook. Neck bone, because it is smoked, you don't want to let that be the first to put in. So I am going to put in the oxtail and then the beef. The beef is tricky because you might test it and it's a little bit hard, but then when you cook it for another 20 minutes it might shred out. So I am going to put in the oxtail first, and next I'm going to put in the beef, and when that comes to a boil I'm gonna add my neck bone. And again, you can use whatever you want. You can use smoked turkey neck. I don't like to use smoked turkey because it gets too stringy. You can use fresh beef. You can use salt beef. You can use all of those. Or you can just use vegetables and have a good, decent stew peas as well. All right. Okay, so all the meat is in here: the pigtail, the salt, the pigtail, the neck bone, the oxtail, the fresh beef. Everything is cooking. And notice that you see the scallion, you see the pimento, you see the thyme, you see everything. It is all seasoned already. However, at the end, I might have to add more seasoning. I put in my powder seasoning. I will show you a video of all the powder seasoning that I've used because I like when the aroma is smelling in the house. So I added my spinners, even added a couple of dumplings for my grandson. So we are done. The scallion, the scallion all cooked out. I seasoned it It is well seasoned. It's not too mashed. It's not mashed out. Oxtail, neck bone, fresh beef. You'll see the finished product. The rice is already cooked, and I will add the ingredients, the seasoning that I've used. But this is all done and ready to be served. Yes. Okay, this is the finished product. Yeah, one piece of broccoli. But this is the finished product. You would think I'm feeding the homeless. Nope, I'm not feeding the homeless. I have some people who just love my pot. I don't know why. So this is the finished product. Rice with stew peas. It goes with white rice, and I put a piece of broccoli in there. Yeah, they're not gonna waste my broccoli. Of course, this is the finished product. Hope it tastes as good as it looks. Oxtail, pigtail, neck bone, fresh beef is in there. Everything is in there. Okay, so here are my ingredients. Of course, we have some seasoning salt. Doesn't matter what brand you use. Listen, these are all optional. Some people don't like seasoning in their food. You can use anything you want to season your food. Some people don't just. Some people just want a little salt and black pepper. Of course, the Maggi. It says season up. It says chicken, but to me they're all the same. I tasted the seasoning before, and to me the chicken and the all-purpose, they're all the same. Then you have the Goya adobo, all-purpose. Add a little bit of that, some pimento, and I cook the pimento with the meat, and I put a little bit of all the seasoning in the beginning while the meat is cooking to give it a nice aroma in the house. And of course, this is my secret weapon here, Slap Your Mama. Slap Your Mama by Walker and Son. So yes, this is really good. It's Cajun seasoning, but it's really good. You can put it on anything you want. Listen, some potato salad, tip a little bit of this in it, sprinkle some of this in it. It tastes really good. So these are my ingredients, my powder seasoning that I use at the end to jazz it up, to jazz up my stew peas. Yes, voila.